The problem is most of them learn their information from a bunch of other morons that don't know. So they're learning from other idiots that don't know. So therefore they still know.
There's gonna be a lot of bleeping in that, so. Damn, this thing's got a lot of suspension stuff already. All BMR stuff.
Need to grow a few inches.
Yeah, we know you do. So swapping out his springs for coilovers. I guess he just wants to lower it more or just have the controllability.
Hear that?
Oh, I did. First time you ever said 4 minutes was actually 4 minutes. Usually you're like, I'll be ready in 4. It means like 30.
I said I'll be ready in 13 minutes ago.
Well, that was also time before I walked out.
13 minutes ago.
Your 4 minutes equals to about a half hour, so you're getting closer to your realistic time frame.
You're late.
I'm proud of you. So yeah, this is a heads cam.
Can we do heads on this?
LT1, yeah. Just Texas speed, point and stock, boys.
See if we can make 450.
Huh?
See if we can make 450.
450, huh? I think we can do that.
Never know till you try.
That's like, well, it is auto, but. So in today's video, which you haven't watched yet, but it will be up today, I talk about this briefly about how the MSD and stuff, so.
Yeah, I still have yet to email them. I just forgot about that. Remembered a minute ago, actually. I'm not sure what they got going on, but the QC right now is...
Yeah. Not good. It's good to know it wasn't something we did, but it's still annoying because...
Yeah, because it took us forever to figure out.
Yeah, chasing down problems. So I guess I also didn't realize we put a tire on this thing.
I did not either. Did they have stock tires on it before?
Yeah. Yeah. Put looks like a Mickey or something on it.
It's not a Mickey.
It's a Ditto. NT555R. Whatever. A decent tire.
Yes. More decent than stock.
Yeah. work pretty well.
Yeah, for something that doesn't make a ton of power and it's heavy like this, it'll work perfectly fine.
Yep. Just drop the air pressure down a little bit, launch her out.
A little bit. You don't want to go too much on this kind of a tire.
What would you do on here, like 20-ish?
No, probably 25.
Okay.
Probably not even that low, yeah.
All right. Or so wheel horsepower gain so far. NA, it's pretty good.
Yeah, so far.
Pump gas. I know a lot of people do E in these things.
Yeah, nah. I don't know where this guy's from. Virginia.
You gotta eat down there.
Huh?
You gotta eat down there.
You don't know.
There's no Wisconsin plates on it.
I think he's in the military.
That makes sense. Most guys are stationed in like Virginia Beach and stuff, yeah.
That's where it's from, Virginia Beach.
Yeah, that makes sense. Just to kind of explain this graph a little, I know some of you are going to be like, oh, it didn't pick up that much torque. It did. Matt samples the baseline really early. So he sampled the baseline here, whereas Fran usually starts at mid-pull. And also you can see here, I'll switch. I had the other graph in RPM. This is speed, because a lot of people want to see the RPM, so switch it to RPM. As you can see, the car previously maxed out red line around 62 or so. Now after the cam and everything, we revved it to about 67, 68, close to 7. It can obviously go a little further. We typically don't because the power starts to fall off. There's no real need to keep revving further. You're not going to make any more power. But as you can see here, the whole power kind of shifts from this range to more out here. So even here at mid-range around 5,300 RPMs, you're talking 547 to 391. So you're already talking 50 something foot-pounds of torque there. And even throughout the rev range, obviously it falls off here. Before it fell off at 6, now we're carrying RPMs. We're making torque from 337 before to now to 427. So 90 foot-pounds of torque throughout the RPM. So a lot more torque than just the peak to peak, as you see here, 418 to 449. There's a lot more to it than that. So just kind of quick explanation. A lot of people like to get hung up on peak numbers. It makes a lot more power throughout. So Eric's got the coilovers going on this thing. Looking good. And then Matt is working on that 470 mile C606. We're just doing heads to this. So obviously it's got the old heads off. Man, thing is pretty spotless. Thing's barely broken in. 470 miles. That means this clutch, the factory clutch, is barely broken in on this thing. That's pretty crazy. So yeah, Very, very, very clean car inside and out. Matt did notice one thing. He said it in our group text that we're probably going to have to drain this fuel or put fresh fuel in it because when he took the fuel rail off from the intake manifold, it was like brownish and gross. So it's probably got some old, crappy fuel in it. We didn't baseline it because the owner did not want to baseline it. So we're not sure if it gets a bunch of knock or whatever, but we're going to put some fresh fuel in
We'll
it.
see. I did get a sample this morning. It doesn't have any water in it, so it might be alright.
Okay. All right, good. Just see how it goes in the dyno. But yeah, he's got new lifters in, trays in, new gaskets going on. We're boxing up the old heads right now and about to put the new heads on. And that should be pretty much it. Matt loves a quick head job in the morning.
Who doesn't?
I know, right?
Got him.
Eric liked that one.
He did. He's
I
like,
was talking about me. What did you say?
oh, you didn't hear it? No.
Nah.
I thought you did.
No, I was talking about. I was struggling to get this dog down on the sway bar and came down.
No. Whatever.
Steve, you know what sounds really good today?
McDonald's.
No.
That's great.
Oh God, no. Didn't you just have that 2 days ago? What sounds good, Matthew?
Yeah, Matt, you know what smells really, or
Smells?
after
What
smelling
smells
that,
really good?
Maple syrup smell. McDonald's pancakes.
Talking, chit chat in before I have to open the door and shut the AC off.
It's a car. We did heads cam.
Intake headers.
Goodbye.
That's really nice.
Why is the tuner like such a dick?
I'm not a dick. I'm just a realist. If you're f***ing dumb, I'm gonna tell you you're f***ing dumb. Don't get offended. Just get smarter. It's different if you pretend to know something and you don't, than if you don't know something and you admit and agree that you don't know anything and you're willing to learn.
Sure.
Two totally different types of people.
And everybody on the internet knows everything.
Correct, and that's why I call them idiots, because none of them know shit.
There's some that do.
There's some,
But
there's
most
some
of
that
them
do.
don't comment and question.
The problem is most of them learn their information from a bunch of other morons that don't know shit. So they're learning from other idiots that don't know shit. So therefore they still know shit.
Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of bleeping in that, so. Yeah. Just opened the door and shut the AC off. Let's see how hot it gets. Pretty good for a spool.
Spool.
Should put the top down.
No.
Please.
No, why do you like doing that?
It's convertible, you have to. Drop it like it's hot.
No, you always put the tops down on convertibles.
I've done it one time. I've literally done it one time.
We've done 2 convertibles. This is the second one, and you want me to put it down.
Yeah, but I've only ever put one down, then 6th gen over there, then first.
Yeah,
When we baselined it, I did put it down.
I know. And I put it up.
Come on.
Well, I'm surprised you don't own a convertible.
Why?
Because you seem to like them so much.
No, I'm just saying if you have a convertible, you have to put the top down.
That's not true.
Yes. There'll be better lighting in here. Everyone can see your beautiful face.
I mean, you got a point.
Let's see.
Solid point. Still not doing it.
I'm gonna make it sound like it's a good idea. Suck.
Not bad.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
It's about what they all make.
Yeah, that's something. Stock intake manifold.
Yeah. Is this thing stock when it got here?
Yeah. We baselined 3 cars in a row. This was the second one. The black 13 C6E had Corsa and stuff on it. Confusing the two, but yes, this one's bone stock. This made like, I don't know, 440 something, because I guess 445 and I won it.
Okay.
So, pretty good gains.
Yeah.
Reference, we did 3 or 4 pulls, about a half-hour period of time with the door open, and that's where we're at. So the 470-mile C606 is all wrapped up. New heads on, everything back together, same stock intake, manifold, and everything. He wants to leave it pretty much stock and unmolested. I don't blame him. It is low mild from the beginning. I believe the customer actually just bought it this way, so before everybody starts getting mad at him for having a low mileage car and not driving it, he bought it with this low mileage. So props to him for finding one with that low of mileage and this clean, and then also addressing the head issue off the bat. I'm sure he will plan on driving it, but also keeping it low mileage. Very, very nice car. So Eric has this Camaro pretty much wrapped up. Got his dual meth nozzles and the intake that he already had.
That's the way that, what the hell was the last car?
Coilovers on. He's got him dialed in a little higher right now. We gotta get it aligned and everything. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Old suspension out. But he can adjust it and go lower if he really wants to. We try not to.
It'll settle a little bit.
Yeah, but we don't really want to slam it.
Yeah, I gave him the wrenches. He can adjust what he might want to dial the stiffness and all that too. So
exactly. Yeah, it's got adjustable dampeners, which is nice too. And then Matt has his next project, which is this 6th Gen Camaro. What are we doing?
Cam package with a converter.
Okay. Cool. Fairly simple. We're gonna go let Fran out. He's got to drive a car. We'll check back. And then I think Eric is working on that wide body C7Z next. That blower is back from Congress.